Hold on a second. All right, here we go. Hey, nice to see everybody that's coming on. So I got three people. Okay, I voice isolation. Hey, it's Frank Ticas dropping knowledge coming at you once again, talking papas. We're gonna be talking a little papas today. Um, Today I dropped a short and I dropped a video. So if you guys haven't already seen the video or the short, I invite you to please go check it out. Hit the like, leave a comment. Okay. What's up? Ghost is not here. All right. Okay. You're a figment of my imagination, I guess. What's up, man? Hey, what's up, Mr. Oxnard? What's cracking, man? Hey, man, we're over here talking papas on a Saturday, bro. I got time today. You know what I mean? I've been chilling, man, kicking back. I shaved my head. I didn't I didn't like use the razor. I just used my clippers because it was getting out of hand, man. You know, kind of cleaned myself up a little bit today before I came on the live. So yeah, I did a bunch of stuff early, bro. So I put out a video. I put out a short. So please go check those out if you haven't already done so. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, but you always watch my shit, just subscribe. Fuck. It won't cost you anything. I mean, you're already watching my shit. Like 80% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. Because you can see that, you can see that in the numbers. Hey, Frankie, I went to see another channel real quick, and a person by the name of Jet said you were Frontlines kind of. Really? I mean, I'm not, I'm not his enemy. I would want to be his friend. I don't, I have nothing against Frontline, man. As a matter of fact, shout out to Frontline. He's doing his thing. I think he's learning, and he's his own man. I mean, he doesn't have to listen to me. But we're good. Like I don't have any problems with that dude, man. Not at all. I'm going to work later today. Oh, okay. Nah, man, I rest today and tomorrow, so I'm chilling, man. I had a good morning. It's been the weather's been lovely, man. Weather's been lovely. Hey, saludos to you, Hugo Torres. Nice to see you. Katie Frizzle in the house. Hangman. Frank, did the rain season start? Yeah, it already started, but it hasn't really rained around here. Like it's rained a few times, but not the way it normally should. But it happens. They're just being lazy, Frank. Who? About me being pals with Frontline? I mean, I'm pals with everyone, and like with all of you guys, I met all of you guys through YouTube. So I'm like we're cool up until we're not cool, and so far, I mean, with him, it was more of a. I think he didn't like me very much. I didn't like the way he was addressing me, like in some of my posts, and I let him know. But I let him know, you know, the hog. That's right, Frizz. Yeah, he's a trip, man. He's a trip, but he's doing this thing, He's doing breakfast. Breakfast was I ordered breakfast, bro. I gotta be straight up. I ordered breakfast, but I ordered like a traditional breakfast. And it's because like I woke up kind of late. My wife and both my wife and my son they went to work early today. So it was just my daughter and I. So I ended up ordering breakfast. Now breakfast consisted of refried beans, plantains, like fried plantains, cream, eggs with red salsa, like but tomato salsa, and the breakfast sausage. That was pretty good. It was bomb, bro. And then for lunch, I made tuna sandwiches again, but just sandwiches. I didn't make tuna melts, but I made tuna sandwiches for lunch. That's right. That's right. Let's see. Much luck to Frontline, but I'm going to avoid that. He told me to pull up so he could beat. What? Really? I think that sometimes he doesn't know he's really talking to women, like But I understand. I mean, they try to catfish him. I guess I heard that they were flirting with him. That's the rumor. Yeah, he's all right, man. I to me it's like everybody has to find their own way. Like every channel is different. Like none of our channels has to have any kind of commonalities. You know what I mean? Not at all. They can be different. I'm trying to do different things. I'm trying different things out and see if it works. See if it's good. How it feels to me. But like for example, this is easy to me. Like jumping on live and just talking and responding. It's easy because I'm a talker. You know, and I speak in front of people. Like I don't have any problem speaking in front of crowds or whatever. So it's easy to do this. I would not want any issues with frontline. No, man. I think once again, I think that everyone has their own lane. Like his lane is very particular. I think that he has a pretty original lane. I just want to see if you know if he can be that way all the time. If he's gonna be that way all the time. I'm gonna visit Hemet again. Okay. If he would sober up, I don't think he would be as moody. I don't know. Never smoke. I don't know if he does or not. I don't know if he does or not. For reals, Hangman. Let me see. Let me see. Hangman told in the 2010s paperwork. Oh, man, you need to stop. Nice, Frankie. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good breakfast, bro. And I'm having coffee right now. Man, it's been an excellent day, bro. Straight up. Let's see. To be honest, Hangman, me either. He's a lot bigger than me. Fuck that. That's right, Frizz. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? ¿Qué onda, chicas? Ese desayuno fue de campeón. Oh, yeah, thank you, man. Pollo, it was from Pollo Campero. It was a Pollo Campero breakfast. That's true, Frank. He did tell me, I don't know if you're a man or a woman. I get it. Poor Teller is paranoid getting trolled. Yeah, he was catfished. Like he put it out there and he said who he thinks did it. And I don't see anything wrong with his logic, to be honest with you. I kind of agree. It could be who he thinks it is, but and we're gonna talk a little bit about that. I do want us to talk about the fight though. Did you guys see you guys I don't know if you guys have watched my video. So look, so I have like 3+ hours of a recording of what is it? What is it that TikTok? What is it? Boxes? I have about 3 hours worth, more than 3 hours worth of just straight up recording. Hangman, you said, man, get out of here. I can't wait. Yeah, man, get out of here. Hey, if you're a moderator, I mean, just get that guy out of there, man. I was only joking. I've never seen him smoke anything besides weed. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Like I don't know. So I mean, anything's possible. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. We don't know what people do behind closed doors, and I think that like the quicker we can learn to accept that some of the people behind the profile picture may not be what they appear to be or what they say to be, but maybe something that you would not expect. Like we just have to come to terms that that could be a reality, right? But we've chosen to share these spaces. We've chosen to share these spaces. I don't have that problem. You guys know who I am. Shit, you guys see me. So as far as like what people do in front of a camera, like what they allow, right? Like what they allow. Sorry about that. I got noisy neighbors. What they allow to themselves to be caught doing by a camera, man, there's content. There's content, and you can't get mad at the fact that we're recording shit. You can't get mad. You have to embrace the fact that people are watching you. Like I embrace the fact that they do whole like clandestine sermons using my videos in the name of Jesus Christ. Is crazy. You just kind of have to get used to that shit. All the feds have entered. Yeah, yeah, we're worried. Hey, what's up, OG Smalls? Nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you, OG, OG. Yeah, OG's in the house. Arm flying is on program trying to. Hey, man, I mean, look, I'm sure you guys have seen other like content creators, like especially like on Instagram. I've seen a bunch of those dudes that do like the whole like burpees routine, and they like live their lives like if they're still programming, and that's what their content is about. So it doesn't surprise me that there hasn't. Well, actually, it surprises me that lane hasn't really opened up in YouTube. Like that's like I thought high power fitness was going to be that guy, like that came out doing burpees and doing workouts, like penitentiary type workouts, like on lives or whatever, or put out content just like that, because I see that all the time. you know Maybe Frontline could do something like that. And Mandita's been asking. Not for me. For OG, okay, for OG, yeah, for OG, definitely. I'm gonna be honest, Frank. I do believe he was being catfished by a man. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. It's like, man. See, look. At least, like for me, I don't know how it came to be. Maybe it's from just dealing with people and reading whatever. I don't know what it is, but like I can kind of tell, like just by how someone like left the comment, if they're gonna be trolling or not. You know what I mean? So like I pick up on a lot of shit, and I think that all of us pick up on shit. Like all of us pick up on when they're bullshitting us. Like some shit just doesn't add up. You don't have to be super like clinically smart to be able to pick up on some bullshit. Hey, what's up, Peaceful? Nice to see you, man. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. Right, if you know, you know. Hey, man. Yeah. Primo, I can't do it, bro. Well, are you being forced? You shouldn't feel forced, brother. You don't do anything by peer pressure, man. Fuck that. Anyways. Katie first. I'm just as hideous as my photos, Frank. I don't know how that. I mean, I'm an ugly looking dude. So I ain't. Look at me. I think you're attractive, Katie First. I've seen your pictures. Hey, what's up, Miss Yaya? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Shout out to you. Shout out to the ladies of Explosive. Hey, I wasn't able to hang until not even I didn't even finish the ladies of Explosive, Miss Yaya. I fell asleep. I fell asleep with the live on. And then when I woke up, it was over, and I saw that you guys had already started something else. I'm like, fuck that. I'll just watch tomorrow. But I was telling the chat that I have like 3+ hours worth of footage, like 3+ nonstop consecutive. So that's where I'm getting like the shorts from. If you guys saw my short or my video today, if you haven't already seen it, please go check it out. Please go check it out. Let's see that fool said Mighty. Yeah. Yeah, Miss Yeah. Yeah, hey man, Primo's in the house. That's right. That's right. Let's see. I'm gonna do shopping on Walmart listing though. Hey, all right. Hey man, get the specials, bro. Fuck it. You know what I mean? And if you can side a couple of steaks, You know, shit, come up, bro. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm playing. I don't recommend none of that. I just remember, so I remember I had this girlfriend, right? And we went with her to visit some of her cousins. It was like for New Year's, and we ended up staying there, whatever, for a few days. And there were crackheads that would come and knock on the door like every 2 days. And what they would do is they would give them a list of shit that they needed from the store. They're like, okay, hey, you're gonna want something from the store. Where's the list? So I don't know if it was like 10 items. I don't know how many fucking items there were, but they paid them with fucking food stamps, like $20 worth of food stamps, and they would get you everything that was on that list. Yeah, crazy times back in the rock and roll '90s. Our Lord, speaking of trolling in the name of Jesus, let me see. I can't wait to see Frontline in the ring. Why do you? Look, and we're gonna talk about being in the ring. Look, I'm gonna put this comment up here because I do want to talk about the fight a little bit, man. And if you have, once again, if you haven't watched my video, go watch my video where fucking Skittles once again fucking disrespects Chill. Right? I don't know if you guys have seen it. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but once again, he brings up the whole CMC shit. Right? So for me, that just contradicts and blows up all of that other shit he was talking about being respectful and doing all of that shit. So as far as the ring is concerned, like if he did not step in the ring after saying that shit that he said when he was drunk, like he needed that liquid courage to say what he said about Chill again. If he doesn't step into the ring, he's a straight punk. He's a punk. He's a straight bitch. Straight up. Straight up. I'm just letting you guys know how I feel. If he does not go into the ring after what he said about Chill last night while he was drunk, talking about I don't need to train because he was in CMC, that's disrespectful. Like he had already disrespected him earlier, like on the last video that he put out, where he said, black people are born with a six pack and he's in good shape. I know that he's ready. I need to get in shape, blah, blah, blah. To now say, oh, he was in CMC. I don't need to train. That's some disrespectful shit. Hey, what's up, Machete? Nice to see you, man. I went to bed around 1 a.m. and was up by 5:30. Damn, I had to take a nap. Hey, maybe my soothing voice will, put you to sleep. you know. Let's see. Are you gonna drop the link today? Oh yeah. I'm gonna drop the link. Sorry about that. You're absolutely right. So you guys already know that if you guys want to jump on, you guys can jump on. All right. So let me go ahead and put the link right there, and let me go ahead and pin this. So you already see it pinned. Okay, and let me go ahead and put it up here. That's the link. So once again, I'm using Restream because StreamYard, like I ran out of free minutes, basically. But yeah, so I mean, once again, if you guys did not watch my video, go watch it. It's not that long. It's only like 3 minutes. Okay, it's only like 3 minutes. But he's basically talking shit again. Says he doesn't need to train. Yeah, he says he doesn't need to train. What kind of shit? That's some disrespectful shit. What do you mean you don't need to train? Fucking Chill's gonna beat the brakes off your ass. What are you talking about? But you know what? That tells me that he's not serious about it. He's really not concerned. He's not gonna fight. But see, I think he fucked up by saying that shit. He fucked up by saying that shit. Shit, I was gonna put it out there. That's what we do. Gummer is already under. Yeah, no, yeah, but I already think he's doing it to avoid the fight. That's what I'm thinking. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I knew it was a fluff from jump. Yeah, me too. But some people were still holding on to the hope. I have to come and burst your bubble because it's obvious. I mean, why are you gonna get disrespectful now? Like why? Like, but see, it took him being drunk and being pumped up a little bit for him just to get crazy. That's why they always fuck up. That's why they always end up disrespecting people when they're drinking and they're around other people and they're trying to prove that they're bad, that they're brave, blah blah blah. So they just go loose off the lip and they say stupid shit. Let me see. Johnny disappeared from the boxes last night, and Skittles blew up the spot, telling everyone the new dog shit all over. Hey, look, I have it, but I just didn't want to bombard with just a bunch of videos. Like, I'm like slow cooking them. I'm gonna put some more. I might put one more video out tonight. But yeah, man, I was telling everyone I have like 3 hours plus, man, of that recording. I've never come up on a restream. Well, come up if you want. Shit, the link's right there. I woke up because you were on. Oh, hey, thanks so much, Miss Yaya. Thank you so much. If you want to jump on, Miss Yaya, jump on. It'll be interesting to talk about the fight. I am seriously skeptical that the fight is going to go through. And you know what? If I was chill, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck you. I would cancel it. I'd be like, man, fuck this fool. He wants to keep disrespecting. Fuck this fool. You know what I mean? And then it's on all the time. Like it won't ever stop because these fools are so comfortable. Like every time they get drunk, every time they're surrounded by these digital women, because that's all they are. They're digital. I mean, they could be real people, but for them, they're as good as a program on the screen. That's how real they are to them. You know, they send them money, they send them gifts, whatever. But as far as physical contact, they might as well be talking to an AI fucking personality like we talk about in the collective. You know what I mean? Straight up. But they feel so pumped up that they don't give a fuck and they'll just say like the stupidest shit while they're drunk. And that is what gets them in trouble all the time. All the time. Every time they've gotten in trouble is because they've been drunk on a live and they just went off the lip. You know? How can I? The link's right there. Isn't the link right there? I put the link, woman. I'm going to put it again. The link's right there. All right. Katie, all right. See, there you go.
Oh
So, Katie,
wow. The background looks totally different on here, but
doesn't
yeah, I
it?
mean,
It does,
yeah,
huh?
it does. But I mean, it was easy enough to figure out.
I mean,
So,
it's pretty much the same type of thing. Like, look, now it's so much easier to log in, having into shit. Haven't you noticed? It's just like you want to use your email. You're like, yeah, and then they just take all your information, and you're logged into everything now.
well, here's the thing. Like, a lot of us have like multiple different accounts, right?
Hmm.
I mean, on
Yeah.
YouTube or
Well,
whatever. Now,
you know what?
me,
But see,
for
okay,
example,
so I'm gonna tell you right now. Sorry to interrupt you. I might be
go ahead.
one of the few that doesn't. I don't. I don't. I really don't. But I learned how to be stealthy. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I don't try to create too many because then I have to have a bunch of passwords and that's a problem. But go ahead, continue.
Well, yeah, I mean, like recently, for example, when I joined Ladies of Exposed to there for a while, I ended up ordering extra equipment, right?
Yeah.
So I had a laptop and all that. And I noticed one night when I logged in, I only had one spare YouTube account, which I told ET about because some of the things I uploaded, I was worried about getting strikes from, well,
Uh, uh, I know. Hey, hold on,
Skittles
hold on.
and
Let me just read this. These fools last night were cock blocking on each other over Josie. They were doing a bunch of shit, bro. And I think that like I'm thinking and rethinking, should I just post the whole shit? I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. But go ahead, Katie.
but anyways, I'm on my main account. Any content of theirs I've like repurposed and posted, I try and like add a little something in the background. I'm not too like, I mean, I have had TOS violations before. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
Yeah.
so I've gone through all that in the past. So I try and be more careful now, so I don't like. Honestly, the account I have now, like I said, I had two, but now I'm down to one because it was really weird because
You know
I
what it
only
is? You know what it is? I'm going to tell you what it is that they fight for supremacy. That's what it is. So what if you have like two users and maybe you've logged into like you have a separate Google account, for example. You have one with one email.
yeah.
They're gonna fight. They're gonna fight to see who does what. So sometimes they'll fuck each other up, and then you'll have problems trying to log in, or you'll start getting
Well,
alerts. Did you try to sign into this fucking apparatus or this device? And like, I always sign into it. Why are you sending me an alert now, motherfucker? Go ahead.
yeah, well, it wasn't necessarily that because I know like if you're gonna have separate accounts, you should probably separate your devices as far as that goes at least. But like I said, I was kind of new to when I got like the whole new setup. Like I was saying, I had the laptop, and then I had my gaming desktop on top of it, and I'm kind of old school. I'm going to tell you because I
So,
came back in the day from actually the gaming community, to be honest with you. And back in the day, the gaming lobbies and all that. For examples, you could run bots back in the day, and now they got bot busters and things like that to where they're going to zap you. You know what
yeah.
I mean? And now, me, like, honestly, Frank, I'm going to tell you this, like, it, and I'm sure you've probably looked at my account. Maybe not, but I mean,
No, I
I
have. I have.
maybe. Oh, well, I have like maybe two AI videos, and those, like, it took me, like, honestly, just a few minutes to create those. And that was just like, that's the only time I've ever, like, pretty much played around with it. So,
Yeah.
um, other than that, I haven't done too much with it. But the thing that kind of got me, I was kind of surprised because when they got my other account, it was really weird because if they were gonna, because like I said, I only had one other YouTube account, and when they got it, it didn't really have any content on it.
Yeah.
So I was kind of shocked. A new laptop, I log into it from there. But I don't. I'm starting, man. These fuckers are getting more advanced with their scanning. I'm just saying, it's starting to piss me off.
Yeah. I mean, it's see that's the thing. Like that's like to me part of the unfortunate shit about being out here and being online is that you have these fucking weirdos like just trying all kinds of
Yeah.
shit. Sometimes it's nothing personal. It's just they just get high off of fucking causing havoc. So it's like fuck it. But so which leads me back to all this shit that we're talking about, right? So
Mhm.
we see these kids, we see these grown up kids, these 50-year-old kids, acting stupid, running amok online. And they're doing it and they know that they can't really be touched per se, right? As far as facing any real consequences for constantly just respecting people. And by that,
Mm.
I mean a level-headed approach to making them face consequences, right? Not
Well,
anything extravagant or out of the ordinary. But for example, a fade. I mean, we're talking a fade. We're talking a one-on-one fight. That's all we're talking about here. You know how much I wish that I could have like a fade with a couple of people. You know what I mean? Like I wish I could. I wish I could. Only because I think Katie, and you can tell me if I'm right, wrong, or if I'm right. You can give your opinion. But I think that sometimes if you cannot like stop disrespecting, you just need a fucking two-piece combo to the face.
well, here's the thing, Frank. From my time here on YouTube, which is shorter than a lot of people, because during COVID, a lot of people were going, stir crazy. We were stuck at home, and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, even though I had like a YouTube account for like probably like 10 years or something, I'd uploaded a lot of content, but it was more like family shit and stuff like that. But during COVID, becoming more like stir crazy, coming into chats and stuff, you know, I learned that, how comfortable people are, throwing that disrespect behind the keyboard. I mean, I've had people threaten my life, all kinds of things, but what I found is a lot of times when you say, well, fuck you, come and get it, they, you know, they ain't gonna pull up.
yeah. Look, hey, Oakland says saludo familia Frank Ticas, Katie. So saying hi to you, Katie. That's Oakland everything. Then we
Hey, Oakland.
got Machete in here. We got had the Hangman, Peaceful, OG. Yeah, we got quite a few people. Ms. Yaya's also listening in. Thank you,
Miss
go guys,
Day,
for supporting.
Hangman, Miss
Yeah,
Yaya.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so to me, it seems like this latest episode. Did you watch my video?
I watch all your videos. And my main thing about watching all your videos, I'm going to tell you what I like about them. Your editing style, and we don't really need to talk on the back end about it. But a lot of people forever have been telling me, use CapCut, this or that, or I power director too. But me, I'm pretty amateur about it. You've seen my videos. They're it's amateur style, but my main thing is I'm gonna tell you, Frank. I never came on here to want to be monetized. To me, I
Yeah,
just wanted to make people laugh. You know what I mean? It
yeah.
wasn't. I'm here for entertainment
I
mainly.
do want to be
So
monetized. I ain't gonna lie. Like I've been saying that shit. Yeah,
hey,
you know. Hey,
I don't blame
being
people
straight
all
up.
for wanting to be monetized. I say if you got the talent like you do to get it, then get it. Like I support you guys all the way, and I
I
think
know you
people
do,
like
and I
you
know you do. I know you
that
do.
have that talent deserve it. But people like me, honestly, I'm not going to call myself a creator by any means. I mean,
I
I'm
mean,
just going to be honest about it.
look. So
I'm
here's
just
the thing.
having fun.
Right. I mean, remember, create to be creative doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be artistic. You're just creating. There are things that are created not necessarily for the aesthetic, but for the usefulness of it. So when you create your content, you're creating it with the message in mind, right? And that's what you put out there. So I
Mhm.
wouldn't say I would say you are a creator. You are maybe you're not artistic about it, like you're not going to embellish it and give it like the certain like the editing and all that other shit, right?
Yeah,
but, but
I
you
know.
are, but you're putting stuff out there, so yeah, don't sell yourself short. But anyway, look, Hangman Stranger says COVID didn't stop me from nada. I did what was, yeah, I mean, I think we all did to a certain extent. Just some of us maybe didn't want to get caught up, depending on where you were at. Some people were like vicious out there. You know,
Oh yeah.
yeah. But anyway, so yeah. What did you think about Gunner once again, Skittles once again bringing up chill? What did you think about that?
Well, I have to be honest about that.
Yeah,
I look at people on a basis of their history, and I understand that there are people that can change, but there are certain people like me. I don't know if it's past experiences that just give us a spidey sense, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a feeling about him like he's like a straight coward, and I've seen him. He ain't got no hands to fight. So I think Chill would straight up wreck him, and I know for a fact he knows it. So I don't see him coming up to that fight in any sense because you heard him say in one of his videos, if I show up, I'm not just gonna like, take a. He doesn't want to be ashamed of his fight skills, and if he shows up for something like that, he's going to get dusted pretty bad. I mean, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Chill fight. I mean, but I mean, God, isn't Gunner like what? Is he like what 5'2" or something like that?
Oh
I
no,
mean, for God.
he's 6 foot. I believe him.
But let me tell you something, Frank, and this is honest. Everybody
No,
listen to me.
Katie,
Now I
Katie,
thought, man,
Katie, hold on a second. I just gotta be clear. I believe he's 6 foot tall. I believe it. Go ahead.
I love you, Frank. But anyways, here's the thing. I want to tell you guys something just from personally fighting myself. I would rather fight a big old tall fat bitch any day before I would a little like skinny lean one with muscles. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because those little tiny bitches, they'll fool you. They'll climb up you like a fucking tree. You get what I'm saying? They're stronger than you think. Don't underestimate those little skinny fuckers. Now
Yeah.
those fat bitches, they move slow. I mean, you're gonna be able to fucking you fucking punch that bitch in the nose, make blood spray in her face, and fucking just beat the
Yeah.
shit out of her. And tiny fuckers will beat your ass. Watch out. Look
Yeah.
out for the
But
tiny ones. I'm just saying.
yeah, look, but see, look, I agree with you, but see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Katie. So I mean, you don't just fight people just to fight them. You know what I mean? You
No,
don't
I
just fight.
don't.
Right. I mean, you fight people because there's a fucking reason. Like these motherfuckers have been getting away with far too much. And it's time to put our fucking foot down. So I'm just gonna smack this person around a couple of times. You know what I
Oh,
mean? But so that's kind of how I see this situation where unfortunately or unfortunately Skittles took on Joker's fight.
more than he could chew.
Right, and
So
took
just
on Monica's shoe. Hold on, let's see. Hey, what's up, Ramiro? It says Frank Ticas, Katie, salute to you in the chat. Send mine. Hey, thank you, man. Send ours as well. If Chill was 5, he would still beat Runner's Point. Yeah, man. Yeah, I
yeah.
agree. I agree, Machete. We have short people syndrome. I got short people
Oh,
syndrome.
hey, some of them short shits, they got that short shit syndrome, and let me tell
Yeah,
you
that just
something,
makes
they
you more
talk a
active.
lot of shit,
That just
but
makes you more
hey,
active.
they can get pounded down too. I mean, if a lot of them, they let themselves get, a lot of them want to be mean and say they let themselves get flabby, but Frank, come on, I mean, you're in shape. I mean, I don't know how tall you are, but
I'm
Gunner, I've seen his
5.
arms when he flexes. It's like half flab, right? Like
I'm 5'7",
when he
so look.
waves goodbye, like
But
come
see,
on,
look,
that shit is
I'm gonna tell you something,
stinking.
Katie. I've met stocky, kind of flabby dudes that
Oh, Stalky's different.
no, hold on. But I've also met dudes that are a little flabby, but they have hands. Like they have hands. Or like I've met dudes that I'm like, man, look, this guy's gonna ball against us, like basketball, because I love playing basketball. And man, they move around the court like gracefully. So I don't
Oh yes,
underestimate
I was a
people.
basketball player. I know.
Yeah, I don't underestimate people so much on how they look, but you can tell by how they walk. Like when you see them coming to you, you're like, oh fuck, you already know if it's gonna be a good fight or if it's gonna be a bad fight just by how they walk, because then you see how they're coming. That's how I always look at it. Like, how they approach me. If they come at me like, just ready, it's on. But I don't think this fight is gonna happen. What do you think?
I'm going to go ahead and concur with you. I've said since the beginning, this motherfucker ain't gonna happen. I think, and I don't know you well enough to say this, but I think a lot of it's clicks and views, and I'm gonna say this because Aiden Ross don't mess with creators that small. I mean, do you? I mean, Frank, tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, maybe I'm being biased here, but and I don't even like Aiden Ross, but when heard that name come up, I said this guy is a known,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and we all heard about the recent scandal with the Ray J fight, and come on. But prior to that, with the fight he had with the Adam 16, and I'm gonna call him that because that's what he is. When he fought like his woman's guy, that he let's be honest, he let her go into porn and take the BBC. We're just gonna call it like it is, and I
She
saw
was,
that
she
fight,
begged him.
and
She begged
after
him
her
for it. She was
her
like,
husband
"Please."
got his ass beat, she wrapped her legs around you know the BBC's waist. I mean, I don't want to, it. I mean, it is what it is, bro.
But
And
you know what though, Katie? That just goes to show. I
yeah,
mean, there's a much larger conversation that we could have about this.
yeah, and he had a side bet on that too. Aiden Ross admitted to it, and that's what I'm saying about
About
scamming.
about the whole manosphere, and I mean, it can get pretty
Oh
well.
yeah, alpha, alpha
Yeah,
males
all
lie.
of that, and then you see the type of content that they gravitate towards, like the whole West
Yeah.
Coast and shit like that, right? The alpha males, like they tear down other alpha males because they feel they're alpha males, right? I mean, that's pretty much how it goes. Yeah, but
I think it's more like betas picking out betas and saying,
yeah,
"Hey, bro,
yeah, but
let's cut
but
a
I'm
side
keeping
deal. Let's see
it
what we
respect.
can do here." I got it. I get it.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
but then you see when something real pops up, like because to me, chill
yeah,
challenging made it real. Like that was real. They didn't want to take ET's challenge. ET's been challenging them for the longest time. Skittle said on two occasions that he was gonna go into the ring or he was gonna fight ET, and he's been radio silent. He did accept Chills, but I think he accepted Chills
uh,
thinking they were
uh,
going to be monetizing all of this time from it, and I don't think they
exactly.
monetized as they expected. What do you think, or what do you think is going on?
Well, I think he knew that ET wouldn't play that game, and on top of it, from what I've been hearing, because I cruise around, I'm not just in one community. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've said this before, right on one of ET's panels. They were saying that it ain't gonna be ET there that shows up to fight. It's gonna be some other large dude. But me and you both know they're saying that because they're pussies and they're scared. So
I mean,
you
it's
know, um, but I want to ask you an honest question, Frank. Be honest with me. Do you really think that Chill ain't in on this and he don't know what's going down?
look. So I mean, I
Uh
had him
huh.
on last time, right? I did have him on, and I did ask him what he
Yeah.
thought, like if he thought the fight was gonna go ahead or not. But and I don't think he gave me a straight answer.
That's the
I think
problem.
yeah, but yes and no, and I'll tell you why. The way I see it is this: I don't think he's in on it, but I think he knows who Skittles is. I mean, we all know who he is, and I think that
Exactly.
yeah,
But
and I think well, hold on, let me just finish this. And I think that when he made the challenge, he knew who he was challenging. You know what I mean? He knows who he's challenging. So for me, either way it goes, it was done publicly, right?
yeah,
And now it's already in the court of public opinion. And I think that
absolutely.
and that's what's going to weigh out more in the end than anything that they might have tried to concoct behind the scenes to
Together.
make any kind of money. That's how I see it, but I don't know what you think.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give you my honest opinion. And Chill, I don't know you, buddy, so I'm gonna tell it like it is. The
What's up,
fact that you
Kelly
have
Big
a
Dog? Kelly
personal.
Big Dog's in the house. Sorry about that. Kelly Big Dog,
Oh,
what's
go
up?
ahead, Frank. Go
We
ahead
see
and
you,
shout
Kelly.
everybody out. Then I'll give my opinion.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I just wanted to get Kelly Big Dog.
Okay, the thing is, like, hey, Chill, I understand this is YouTube. You're a businessman. And I ain't clowning you for that, but you know damn well, this is just me. Come after me if you need to, but You know damn well Gunner ain't showed up to fight you, bro. And you know damn well Aiden Ross ain't jumping in on that shit. But hey, I would love to see you guys prove me wrong and surprise me. Then we can all call Katie Frizzle a dumbass. I'd love to see it, bro. I'm all about it. But I understand you're a businessman getting them clicks and views, that money, but come on, I ain't heard the phone call, the recorded phone call, but I guarantee between you guys know what's up. Frank, I gotta be honest. I'm sorry, but I'm telling it like it is. And
Yeah.
these boys know they ain't never gonna lock fists and lock hands. And if they do, I guarantee you someone's gonna take a quick fall. But if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Hey, fucking clown me forever. I don't give a fuck.
I mean,
It
so here's what I think. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, no, I'm just checking something out over on this end. Okay, so here's what I think, Katie. I think that we can speculate however we want at this
Oh
point.
yes, I realize my
Yeah. So
speculation is
right. So
conspiracy theory,
yeah.
but
So there's
that's just
nothing
me.
wrong there. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with what you're saying. Like there's nothing wrong with
Absolutely
you.
not. Making money,
Exactly.
I understand business.
Exactly. Because that's a reasonable possibility. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. We like once again because I'm trying to monetize off this shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, Frank.
I'm going to try to capitalize, and I don't think, and yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with capitalizing. What I do think would be wrong is false advertising. Now, where I don't see it so far as false
They haven't
advertising.
crossed that line yet.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that that's the fine line because right at this point anything can come up, like anything can come up, like we're already seeing it come up, you know what I mean, like we're already hearing the possible excuses that can be crafted by all of these things that they are
Absolutely.
publicly putting out there in their lives. Like, I mean, they play like a low level manipulation, but it is manipulation nonetheless, right? They are still
Absolutely. And
smart, and there are people that will
yeah,
fall for that shit, but you know,
yeah.
it is what it is. What do you think?
Hey, I mean, and that's the way psychology works. And they're going to work it for all it is. And, I get that, but that's why there's, I feel like people there like us that are there to say, hey, look at this shit. I mean, but
Yeah.
I would like to think there's people that have more of a mind to say, hey, we've seen this bullshit before, we're not buying it, but we know there are people that are going to buy it. And that's why I feel like there's good people that will step up and say, come on, motherfuckers, I realize you weren't here for the lore. You didn't see what all's gone on, but there are people here and there are rabbit holes to dive down that will show you otherwise. But that's why I'm kind of glad there are platforms here like ET and even
Yeah.
you, Frank. I mean, even though you may sense there's a little bit of bullshit in the matter, I see you here even still telling the truth and, kind of calling it out in your own way. And, I appreciate that. So, I'm
Yeah.
all for it. And like you would like to think that there are people that have, you know, a lot of times that sense of mind to kind of detect that. But what I found, Frank, unfortunately, is there's a lot of people that
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, and I feel bad for that stuff. All right, you guys go ahead and screen record this. Tell everybody. Unfortunately, Katie Frizzle has a heart, but I didn't want that to be spread around. God damn it! But I have a conscience.
Hey, look,
You
I
motherfuckers.
never doubted it, Katie. I never doubted it. I mean, I think
I
that
know, but god damn
when
it,
people,
Frank, on
some people,
YouTube, can't let
yeah,
that be
some people
known.
don't, yeah, some people don't understand that when someone takes like a strong line where they're like, okay, this is the line
Yeah,
that I draw, and I'm going to stand by it. There's a lot of love behind it. Like you're doing a lot of that out of just sheer
yeah.
love. Yeah, Frank. Let's see. Frank YouTube 213 says my first Ticas live. Hey man, good to have you. Good to have you. We've got Katie Frizzle, sister Katie Frizzle's on with me today. We're talking a little bit about everything, just stuff that goes on online. Also, our thoughts on the fight that that's supposed to happen. We don't have an official like here's another one, Katie. Here's another one. All right, here's
All
another one.
right. You know
We
what,
don't we
Frank?
look, we don't have an official date. So to me, as long
You
as
know
there's
what?
no official date, they're still like kind of safe. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's hope that these fuckers will get their ass beat, but I mean, now, god damn it, if you guys want me to lay it down, I mean, fuck, even in my town. And by the way, you know this, Frank. You hear my accent, I'm country as fuck. I'm telling you what, we got some crap talks in this town, but one of them's an MMA fighter. I hate his guts. He's even live streamed about me before. And they probably let my ass get beat in the street, but the facts of the matter is, if I wanted a fight to go down, they have an MMA gym. I mean, they'll be like, well, fuck, come on, invite whoever it is over, come on. So,
Look, Katie.
what I'm trying to tell you people, if they want to fight, they're going to fucking get down. And me personally, if I want to get down, it ain't going to be on fucking camera. I'm
Yeah,
telling you right now, a motherfucker pulls up here. Don't you whip out your camera and fucking talk about getting it, cause it's coming. There ain't no games. I
hey, but you
mean,
know what? Look, you know what, Miss
but
Katie.
Frank,
Look, check
we're
this out,
about.
Katie. Check this out, Katie. This is the thing. So I agree, but at the same time, I also think that under certain conditions, under certain circumstances, having video proof is crucial.
I well,
Now,
absolutely.
now
That you
putting it
beat their
out
ass.
there, like putting it out there, is a whole different thing, right? Like like broadcasting it, putting
Yeah,
it.
because when you put it out there, I just want to say to you people, like if it ain't sanctioned by a gym or whatnot, you're committing a crime. These people could turn around and say, "Oh, they assaulted me." I mean,
Yeah,
so.
well, but and that was another thing I was gonna say.
And by the
So,
way, Frank, they can put cameras in their glasses these days,
oh yeah,
up in
yeah.
their wigs, everything.
Okay,
So
so
don't
check
trust
this
no
out.
motherfucker who pulls up. But I'm just saying, me,
Hmm.
I wouldn't even. God, I
I
hate
would
to say
say,
it. I don't know if I'd even. They'd have to swing on me first. That's all I'm saying. But
yeah, more like self defense. No, but what I'm saying is this.
yeah,
And what I was gonna
he,
say is, if you grew up in the neighborhood, Katie, like if you grow up in the neighborhood, there's always a
well,
gym.
Frank, we have a different type of neighborhood that here. I'm glad you're bringing that up.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, there's always a gym, there's always a YMCA, there's always something where
Absolutely.
you can go, like, or even to a high school, right? You can go in, they can put mats, whatever. So those things can easily be sanctioned. I don't see any problem with
That's
any.
my
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. So
Yes,
I don't think that's a problem. Look, we got a question here. It says, "When's the fight?" That's the whole thing. So look, there's no official right.
exactly.
There's no official date. There's no official date,
Wake
right? And
up, motherfuckers. Sorry,
hey,
Frank.
look.
My
Until no,
bad.
hey, I agree. Look,
By
I
the way,
agree
never
with
let me on
your
your
right.
panel
I
again, and I
agree.
agree with it.
Look, I agree with your right, Katie, to believe that. I'm only
Well,
trying to hold on to the illusion a little bit longer.
I
Okay.
know. I want to hold on to hope too that they'll get their asses beat, Frank. Believe me, God, sometimes I dream about them getting their asses beat out in the street. Like, fuck's sake,
Uh,
I God damn, I love it, but
but see,
I,
look, and
God damn it.
that's exactly what you
I'm
said was
sorry for
true.
saying God damn it, by the way.
Go ahead,
I'm
go ahead.
not,
Don't
by the way, I was a pioneer for Christ in high school. But
I went to
anyway,
Pioneer Chicken. There's a restaurant down here in Southern California, Pioneer.
no way.
So, anyways, What I was saying is this, Miss Frizzle. So going back to whether they end up fighting or not, whatever. We don't know. We don't know. We really can't call it. I agree with
Well,
your point of view. Like I agree with your point of view. I believe it's a
absolutely,
possibility.
sir.
Yeah. So, but I look at it from okay, that is a possibility, but I like to have a few, right? Like I have to have a few stacked up.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
Frank.
because
We want to encourage it.
yeah,
I encourage you. I'm calling out you Skittles right now. You pussy fuck. If
hey,
you
look,
don't fight chill, you were
yeah,
wiped off the internet. You were canceled, bitch.
yeah.
So
You know
there
what?
you go.
Yeah, you're good. You're a straight up bitch, Skittles. If you don't get in the ring with Chill, or
That's
if
right,
if
ho.
neither of you get in the ring, it's gonna look awkward. So I
It's gonna
I
look
expect
real
Chill. I
bad.
expect Chill. Like I look once again. You know,
I'm
if
calling
when
out chill. You better beat that ass one way or another, or things are gonna look funny.
see, I don't think Chill has a problem with it. So I
Actually, you
will
know what?
continue. I will
Nah.
continue
They're
vouching.
all in California, so why not?
Look,
I mean,
I will
you're in
continue
the area. Why
vouching.
not?
Yeah, I will continue vouching for Chill until I see otherwise.
Me
And
too. I mean, I'm on chill side
yeah, so
100. I'm
hey, so
down with
chill,
you.
hey man, if you want to jump on, you can jump on this.
Yeah, chill. Come up here. Absolutely. I'm on your
No,
side.
man.
I
Hey,
want
look,
you to
look,
beat that
look at what
scamming
Kelly Big
bitch's
Dog says.
ass.
Look at what Kelly Big Dog
And
says. He says they
well,
ain't
I'm
fighting.
friends with Kim and Ricky, and I don't appreciate this fucking
Oh,
nonsense lying about him.
hey, so
He
this
deserves
look,
an ass kicking.
yeah, look, Kelly Big Dog says they ain't fighting. It's more a surprise if lying Lenny shows up. Yeah,
Damn
I
it.
don't know. Like I don't
Allie
see
knows
it.
too.
Yeah, I
Fuck.
don't see it. It's hard for me to see like a situation in which this would go down. I don't see it. I don't see it. You know.
Because, Frank, between me and you, let's talk as homies together. Let's say me and you were both in the United States together, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's say I was a man, and I'm not fighting no man, by the way, because I want to state this to all the females. We have like a smaller bone structure in our faces and stuff. You don't
Katie,
want to
Katie,
take no hit
hold on.
from a man.
I'm gonna let you speak. I want you to get. I want you to give us that message that you're giving because I think it's very important. So I'm gonna close my screen. Okay, I'm gonna go get some coffee,
Oh
and I just
God,
want you
don't leave me alone with these
to go.
hyenas.
Start. Please begin.
Okay,
I'm
so
listening,
anyways,
lady. I'm listening.
what I'm saying is, anyways, like females, like we have a smaller bone structure. You don't want to get hit by males, so I'm just saying. The best thing is, let them fight each other or whatever. But as far as the like Skittles and and chill thing goes, like if they wanted to get down, and what I was saying to Frank, if we were both like, say, if I was a man and we were in the U.S., like, if we wanted to get down, we're not calling the cops. We're not doing this and that. We're not publicizing it unless we want to make money, right? So we're just going to beat each other's ass in the street, and that's going to be it. So
Well,
it's all
but
clicks
see,
and views.
yeah, but okay, but see, here's the thing, Katie. So first of all, thank you
No offense, Frank.
for that PSA. Thank you for that PSA. Yeah, look,
Welcome.
you gotta pick your battles. If you're a small frame woman, be careful
I'm.
picking, getting into fight with. Now there are some women, we see them on
Ooh,
TikTok.
okay,
You
I'm
see
gonna
them,
be honest, Frank.
you
I
see
don't
them on
plan
TikTok.
on giving a man
They're
a
kind of
head-to-head
big. They're
fight.
kind of big.
Not without weapons. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. I have like you know what I'm saying, like artillery. I'm not. There's
Oh
no
yeah.
way in hell I give a man a head-to-head fight. No way.
Yeah. But anyway, so
At least I'm honest.
yeah, no, and thank you for your honesty. Look, so
You're
see,
welcome.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, Katie. We have to remember that they've also both of them already said, and that's why, to me, the fact that Skittles was talking shit last night is a deal breaker because they had both come out Both of them said there is no animosity. Okay, that's what they've been putting down. Like they said, look, we
That's my problem. There's no
all right, I know,
animosity.
I know, but let me finish. So, let me finish, and
Sorry, sir.
then I'm gonna let you shoot. But look,
I
let me
apologize.
set up the premise. Let me set up the premise. So
Okay, sorry.
they say that there's no animosity, right? So we already have that where it's not like a rage thing, which kind of eliminates what you're talking about, where we would just get down anywhere where no cameras. No, since there is no animosity, they're trying to make money off of it. So like I understand that part. That part I'll accept it. Fuck it, whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It may be all bullshit, but if it were true, I can see it as a possibility. But here's my thing. Last night, Skittles broke that shit and drunk as fuck, basically disrespected Chill all over again. I mean, said because he was in CMC, because Chill had been in CMC, that he Skittles did not have to train, right? So that to me, I don't know. I don't know. Does it change anything? What do you think?
Sorry, my cat's meowing in the background. He's very attention needy. I rescued him during the winter. He's a carjacker. That's
Oh, right.
kind of how we met. So I was going out to my truck one night, and he kind of, he jumped in, and I screamed out of the corner of my eye because I didn't know what jumped in my car, and he got scared and ran away. And it hurt I felt really bad about it. So when I got back home, I just was like kitty kitty, and he ran up and he came into my house, and well, now I have a pet. So anyway, sorry, but what were you saying about? Sorry, I got lost.
So
But
what I was saying is this. Okay, they have no animosity.
oh yes, okay,
So
okay, I
so
got that part.
right. So because of that,
Um,
go ahead.
thing is, the fight ain't gonna be good if there ain't no real animosity to me. Cause me, if I want to see a knockdown, fucking drag out. Me personally, um, because Skittles needs a real fucking ass whooping to get it. And even then, I'm gonna be honest with you, Frank, I still don't think he'll get it. And
No, I think Chill can whoop his ass. I think if Chill,
oh,
look,
absolutely. I
look,
don't know who could whoop his
no,
ass.
no,
And I'm
no,
not being mean,
Katie,
Frank.
no. But see, Katie, I think you're underestimating something. I mean, the man's name
Oh,
is the man's name is Chill for a reason.
well, and those are the exact people you want to look out for. But even if it wasn't for
Hey,
that,
hey,
I still think Chill
name,
would mop the
the
floor.
man's name is Chill because he's a chill motherfucker. We don't
Killed
know.
my
We
ass.
don't
He's a
know.
crip.
We don't know. No,
I
we don't
got.
know.
He was in prison. We know. I don't know what he did. I'm gonna go ahead and assume
I think
he
that
took
man
a
has it
life.
all
Right?
mapped out. He has it all mapped out.
Not that that makes anybody tough, because
So,
sometimes,
so do you
as
think
we
you have
found out, taking a
do you think
life
you have to be
could be an
tough?
accident.
Do you think you have to be tough to get into a fight? I mean, you can get into a fight and know you're not tough.
Absolutely not. I mean, unless you want to lay down and let someone. I don't want to use the term dead lay in this situation, but if you want to lay down and let someone kick your ass, and I don't know who the fuck would do that. I mean, me
But some people
personally, if
do.
someone's trying to hurt me, I'm gonna fight back.
Look,
you know.
look, Katie. I'm gonna tell you. So when I was in a boys' home, and I remember because
Hmm.
I've always been small. I've always been smaller. There's always been dudes that are a little bigger. So when you're in that situation, one of the first things you want to do is make everybody know not to fuck with you, right? So I remember that I went into this boys' home and I looked around, like I looked around to see who the biggest dude was, right? And sure enough, like when the bell rang to go back into like the dorms, I ran up to that fool and like, hey man, fuck you. And he's like, what? And I just hit him, and I hit him twice. And I noticed that he didn't put his arms up, he didn't try to fight me. He just kind of let me hit him, right? So to me, it was like I had never seen that shit before. I had never seen it at all. I don't know if he felt like, man, if I hit this guy, I'm gonna get in trouble or what. But I hit him twice and he didn't do anything. And I was about to hit him two more times when I realized he wasn't fighting back. So I do think that people will like step up and they'll just let themselves get their ass beat. I think that there are people like that. But go ahead. Is she still there? Hello. Anyways, so yeah.
Oh, sorry, am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, sorry, I was flipping through tabs, but anyways, Frank, I think you're gonna be very disappointed with me actually. Because I'm gonna tell you when it comes to fights, I'm probably one of the dumbest fighters you're ever gonna meet, and I'm gonna tell you why. I felt really bad, and I've always felt bad about this. I know I'm a female, but it's usually smaller females. I'm 5'7", always played basketball and this and that. And, I did some cheerleading too in my younger days, but the thing is, I felt bad about punching them in the face. So, anytime, and this is up to my last fight, dude, I'll tell you the honest truth. Anytime a female would come up to me and want to start a problem, I would, God damn it, I'm gonna get roasted for this, but I don't know a better term. But I would go ahead and pimp slap them with my hand to just let them know the power. So in my like arrogant head, I would think these bitches ain't gonna want no more. Bullshit, Frank. Every time they wanted more. I'm this is no joke,
That's
like
because
bro.
you're little though.
I love Frank. I'm 5'7". I
They
weigh
were
about
testing you.
100. I weigh about 175. No,
Your
and I lift,
testicle. You're testable.
bro.
That's the thing.
Bro,
If
I
you're
lift
testable,
weights like that's like I work out like I love it. So, and I used to go. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like back in the day, like I used to go running in the park at night with the Marshall football team. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
But to me, it was more of a scumbag move because I like to like see the hot. I'm heterosexual, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I like to see. You know what I'm saying? I was there for
Male
more than
yams, male
then.
yams.
I was there for more than getting in shape. Let's put it that way. But the bottom line is like. But here's the thing, like, just know, fellas, if you slap a chick in their face, they're gonna hit you back.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
give a fuck
I
how
mean,
tiny they are. They're gonna fucking hit you back. The hell, they tried to hit me back, and you
hey,
know.
look at what OG Small says.
But
You're taller.
Frank,
Look, he says you're taller than Joker, Katie.
I know that, and that's what's so embarrassing about it. Like, there's this other guy on YouTube, Blue Collar Vet. He went on a 30-minute rant one night, and he backed down to this Chomo Mighty Mouse, right? This guy showed up to his town, like with his boys deep, and he said, well, you wanted to fight me, come and get it. And this fucker hit around the corner and didn't come and get it. But then a couple months later, he wants to say to me, go on a 30-minute rant. Well, I want to fight you, come and get me, bitch. Well, excuse me, but you already let a chomo be the governor of Arizona.
Yeah.
So, bro, you want to, and I'm going to tell you this, Frank, if any motherfucker calls you out, and this is how I do it, you come to Katie, and I'm going to go ahead and say this, my last name is Fry, motherfuckers. And the thing is, the deal, it's like this. The thing is, you know, Ironton, Ohio. Come on down. I don't give a fuck. Like, I've already called it out. Everybody knows where I live. And the thing is, like I said, I've had people threaten to kill me. Um, well, come get it, bitch. I mean, I most certainly haven't seen any action here, but I mean, just know that it's gonna be elongated. It won't be slow. You come here. I mean, I call this the
That's
compound
yeah.
for a reason,
I
right?
I agree. I mean, I agree with what you're saying. I mean,
No,
I feel the same way. That's why I told you. I mean, sometimes I wish. Well, did she just jump off? Ah, there we go.
come to your place. You best be like armed to the teeth, or you best be able to fight. It's one or the other.
Yeah, no, and
So,
that's why one of the things that one of the reasons why I say I wish that I could handle some of those things, but I can't because I'm too far away. But I wish sometimes, only because
well,
once
I
again,
know you don't, Frank, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I tell you what, I've spent a couple 4-day stints in the clink, and I had to share a TV, one TV with other people, and
yeah. Look,
no, no, Frank,
I'm
it's not the way to
tell
live.
you something though. I'm gonna tell you
So,
something. Well, look, sometimes,
oh,
Katie,
I'll
sometimes,
understand you have to get down regardless. I believe me, I know.
I mean, you don't want to end up in the pokey, right? You don't want to end up, but
Absolutely not,
but but
sir.
but
And by the way,
sometimes,
I have thrown hands without pulling any weapons on my charges. There's never
yeah,
been any weapons involved.
yeah. So that to me is it. Like it would never be about like weapons or shit like that.
No,
But
I mean,
just
but
a nice
unfortunately,
little,
I'm sorry, Frank, but if
just
you're a
around,
man, you're
just
gonna get
around,
the
30 minutes.
you're
That's
gonna
all.
get the
30
brass
minutes.
nuts, or you're gonna get the one of the AKs. No
30
offense.
minutes. Hey, listen, look, see, and that's why to me this whole fight situation is like, why wouldn't it go through? But the only way it won't
Let's
go
tell
through
like it is, Frank. They look like pussies.
if they don't go through with it.
Absolutely, and I don't think they will.
I think
And
I
we want to
think
call that out
I think
because if
Skittles
they
I think
don't,
Skittles won't.
Frank, tell me you're
I
going to
think he'll
stand
be the
with me,
one.
brother. If they don't fight, we're going to call them pussies. Come on, Frank.
I don't know. It depends on how it goes down. It depends on how it goes down. It depends on how it goes down. Hey,
Okay,
so
well, I'll
so
call them pussies by myself. Make
no,
it
see,
happen one way or
look,
another.
you know
I
why?
don't care.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. So here's why.
Okay.
Only because you already know that I am biased. I'm a little biased, and only because you know a
I am
little.
too, believe it
Yeah,
or not.
yeah, I know, but no, but I think I'm a little, maybe a little more, and only because I honestly think that it's gonna come from Skittles, not
I
to.
just want to see Skittles get stomped, and that's it.
Of course, I do too. I do too. But at the end of the day, I see him
Yeah.
already making excuses. He's making excuses.
Say it, Frank. Yippee ki
Yeah,
yay!
he's a pussy. He's a pussy, definitely.
Absolutely.
But I
I
don't
mean, that
know. I
dude's
can't say
shorter
that.
than me. It'd be like Mario Brothers. He'd show up here, and I'd pull out my glove and pound him on the head. It'd be
But
over.
you know what? And you know what, Katie? It's not just that he's a pussy because he won't fight,
I
chill, or
know.
but it's how he.
I'm
I mean,
joking.
look at how he treats women. Look at how he treats women,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely. Between me and you, brother, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm joking around a lot, but that little bitch, I'm gonna tell you like it is. There ain't no hoe gonna talk to me that way.
Yeah.
They're gonna face a backhand. No. And by the way, Frank, I want to go ahead and state this.
Hmm.
We do have a lot of like religious differences and beliefs, but that's not what I base like our friendship off of or whatever. I mean, for example, like I'll never get married because I have strong beliefs, and I'm not going to contract with the fucking government, and they're not going to tell me when I can kick a bitch out of my home, and they're not going to tell me I'm going to pay that hoe. to get to Stefan. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
They
agree.
most certainly will not.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm done with you, you're gonna get the fuck out and like it, or else I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm just saying. That's just me, Frankie. Now I don't know about the laws in El Salvador. Now I'm very interested in this. Are there what do you call it, prenuptial agreements there, or can you
Yeah,
just
there
say, hey,
are.
listen, I'm done with you, get out of here?
Well, there are prenups. There are things like that.
Wonderful. But me personally, imagine never having to join into a contract like that. Get what
Yeah,
I'm
no.
saying? Just
So here's
trusting a
the thing. So
partner.
me, look, I'll tell you one thing about marriage.
I'm
I think
glad.
marriage. I think marriage is. I mean, really, is just a choice thing. But you don't like people don't have to get married. I think it's a mistake to get
Absolutely.
married. I think it's a mistake to get married for the wrong reasons.
Absolutely, Frank. I think a lot of people enter into it thinking that because there's extra strings attached, that will keep somebody faithful, and that's not the way it works.
It's the fear of being alone. Hey, what's up, Facto City?
Well, I completely disagree with that. I think I've always believed in this fact: give somebody enough rope to hang themselves, because someone is always going to do exactly what they want to do if you give it to them.
Oh
But the
yeah, yeah.
thing is, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been celibate for a few years now, and I'm 42, and I have a young daughter, and I'm glad I waited later in life to have her. But
Yeah.
you know, it's just I'm a lot more sure of myself. It's better off, and I feel like I have a lot better things to teach her. And I'm not saying it's better off for people to not have a father for their children, but in some cases, unfortunately,
Sometimes, yeah.
it
Look,
is a
sometimes it's
better
better not to
choice.
have, yeah, than to have a fucked up father. You know what I mean? Than to have an, abusive. And that's a whole other topic that we can touch on sometime. But
Well,
yeah,
yeah, sorry,
yeah. No,
I'm
no,
going
no,
off
but
into
no, no,
whole
no.
other issues.
But it's good that you bring it up because a lot of that plays into all that we're talking about. Like a lot of that plays into how children are
Yeah.
raised,
Hmm.
where they get their messaging from, right? Where they get their
Yep.
messaging from, what they're drawn to. So if you've got these men that appear to have made it, right? That they've made it, right? Oh,
Right.
they're big
I'll
YouTubers.
call it.
They're yeah, and they're doing all of this crazy shit, like no holds barred, no one's telling them shit, no accountability. That to me is the end result of not taking care of shit when they're young, when they're being raised. I don't know what you think about that.
Well, their youngest years, especially in their formative years, and what I mean by that, people, for those of you that don't know and didn't study, I mean the earliest years are the most important. And what you influence them
He's
with
like,
is,
he's like, for all you uneducated motherfuckers out there that didn't study this shit.
oh shit, god damn it, I'm sorry, Frank. Oh god. This is why you don't let people like me on panel. But
Oh
Frank,
man, I'm
I'm gonna
kidding.
be honest with you. What I've seen is a lot of parents just neglecting their duties and not doing right. And
Yeah.
me, like, even when I was pregnant, like, I was reading, like, the books, and I was, like, studying, like, each and every, part of pregnancy. And that's probably where it comes from. I
Yeah.
apologize. I didn't mean to offend nobody.
No, no, no. I'm playing. Hey, Roxanne
Right?
from down south. Hey there. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Roxanne. Nice to see you. Got
Roxanne
Katie
from down
Frizzle.
south.
Yeah, we got Katie Frizzle here. We got
I
Katie Frizzle.
apologize.
Yeah, who's on the live? Katie Frizzle. Yes, Katie Frizzle's on the live. We're just
This will
chopping it
probably never happen again. Cherish it.
up. Nah, you know what's up. You know what's up. I mean, friends and family, we let them on. You know, we
I
can have these.
apologize, Frank.
No, 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 not at all. Hey, look, you are who how you are. Everybody knows who and how you are, so it's all good. Don't even
I
trip.
know the Frizzle's got a big mouth, and I know I'm always getting in trouble everywhere. But the thing is, I tell it like it is, and
But
I'd
but see
rather.
see, and you're hitting the nail on the head, Miss Frizzle. So here's the thing. I know that if you dish it out, you're able to fucking take it. Like if
Oh,
somebody,
absolutely. I
yeah, you're
take
not
it
just
for
gonna dish
five or
it out.
6 meals a
Right,
day.
but look, these motherfuckers dish it out, and then they're the victims, and they're over there crying behind these girls' skirts on TikTok. Oh, look at all my haters. Can
Oh
you
my
block that
gosh,
one?
Frank,
Block
just
that one,
believe it,
please.
bro.
Please block that one. And they're hiding behind the skirt. Fucking
Absolutely, if
victim.
I showed it to you, I got about 5 or 6 channels of these motherfucking dudes. Well, better not talk about Katie Frizzle. She'll make a video about me again. Well,
Yeah.
so what, bitch? Keep my name out your mouth if you don't want the smoke.
Let's see.
Shut
Why
your
not? You bring
fucking.
something different
By
to
the way, Cat Crack Ass, shut your fucking mouth, bitch. It ain't my fault you decided to get into a noon sin in Japan and shower with 150 naked men, and I clipped it. That's your fault, motherfucker. I mean,
All right, look,
sorry,
look.
Frank.
No,
But
Roxanne says.
anyways,
Roxanne says this. Look, why not? Talking about you not coming back. She says you bring something different to the chat, and we love it, Katie. Yeah, so you know what's up. Okay, look, I got another comment here.
yeah, I love
Okay,
you,
this is
Roxanne. You're a good
yeah, we love
girl.
you.
I visit your channel. I love it.
Yeah, look, so we got official blue. I think I don't know who this is. Tika salute, Mr. No Name is on me. I don't know who Mr. No Name is, bro. And I'm very careful about like
Mr. No
you know,
Name got a problem with me? I hope
yeah,
not.
yeah. So I but if he is or if he isn't, we just need to
I'll
always
find
see
out.
paperwork, right? We always need to see paperwork. So, but shout out
That
to
ain't
you,
no
man.
problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see that paperwork, bitch.
Anyway,
And
but
it better be real too.
yeah. So and look, that's another thing that this fool fucking Skittles
Frankie, would you
does.
like to know about my charges? I'll discuss them right now. I've had two
Yeah, go ahead.
assaults. One of them is on a man. And can you imagine a man charging me with assault? But anyways, the point is, on one of those I was found not guilty. The other one was dismissed. I was found on the DV. I ain't gonna lie about it.
Like,
Dismissed. And when I was underage, I got a DUI. Fucking plate that all over the place, motherfuckers. It is what it is. I was young and dumb, and I regret that. And I never committed that crime again. That was stupid, and I shouldn't have done it. And that's facts is facts.
when I was a juvenile, what I got
Go
locked
ahead,
up for
post
was
that paperwork, you cunt.
I had I had possession with intent to sell, and that, but then I also had a fight that I got into. So they arrested me for the fight, but they ended up processing me for the drugs, and that was like the bigger charge. So that's how I
Well,
ended up
I
going.
understand that. I know how it goes.
Yeah, to juvenile
Yeah.
hall, went to camp, and then to a boys' home. Yeah. So and then the more recent one, the one that got me locked up in prison was, it was a carjacking, but it was dropped to a armed robbery, and yeah, that's pretty much what it was. And I've been on the straight and narrow ever since.
Yeah, Frankie, that's the thing. And I think a lot of people judge. And the thing is, the thing is, if you weren't there, you know, I'm gonna say in the last case I had, I was actually the victim, and they arrested me. So that was
Right.
kind of funny. I actually got robbed, and the thing is, I was trying to be nice, and you know, the reason is because I have a daughter now, and
Yes.
I didn't want to go to jail. Even though I was attacked, and someone struck me, I wasn't willing to hit him back because I didn't want to go to jail because I knew I needed to be there, for my daughter. And that was eventually dismissed, but
Yeah,
still all that shit costs. You know what I mean? So a lot of times people will judge because you have a charge, but whether you're released of it in the end and they don't, you know,
I mean,
well,
look,
that's what I'm saying about judgment. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, but it. I've gone through that whole like process of understanding because I remember like feeling like people judged me. I remember that like that feeling, and but then
Yeah, I'm kind of
yeah,
past that phase now.
yeah, but
Thanks
but as time progressed,
to
obviously,
YouTube.
yeah, you learn a lot. You learn a lot about
Yeah,
who you really are, and once you start valuing yourself, like seeing
absolutely.
what you're truly worth, I think that makes a difference, and that made a difference in my life to where I was able to have conversations with people, open conversations, and just speak my mind. I was, I learned to not always be guarded, but how can I say this? It's like I'm always on guard, but I'm not.
You
I'm
should
not guarded.
be.
Yeah, I'm not guarded. I'm not. I don't walk around the world like with a shield up. I walk
Yeah,
around freely,
that's
and I'm to the level now
mm,
where yes, there's going to be things that are going to bother me. Yes, there are going to be things that are going to
absolutely.
anger me, but I'm not going to react to it at the moment. It's like I can restrain myself
And I'm
before
gonna say
I
this,
could do that.
Frankie. Being in jail teaches us to restrain ourselves from that because I never did no long time. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I got
Yeah.
bailed out. Eventually on that one charge, anyways. But the longest time I ever done in jail, I ain't gonna lie to you, was 4 days. And
Well,
that's because, the town cops, Frankie, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm an activist. And,
yeah, I know, I know.
my activism is out there and it's known. And, in my town, they know because I'm just gonna tell you, the captain of the police here, he has done a 3 hour and 30-minute live stream on me, and the thing is, like,
That's, that's
that
crazy.
was mainly. I'm not gonna say I didn't instigate it, but and at the beginning I didn't. But the thing is, like, when he decided to do like a 3 hour and 30-minute thing about me when I've never committed any type of, like, serious crime,
Yeah, it
he
was like
was.
a personal.
It
It was
was
like a
about my
personal grudge.
activism. It was about exposing the corruption. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I'm not gonna lie to you and say because I work in that field, I haven't been struck because of that. I mean, they have harassed me unduly and done things to me, but do I regret it? Fuck no.
Now
I
and
mean,
that's one of those things, though, Katie, that I think I'm gonna be very honest with you too.
go for it.
I think that maybe you can get away with because
Get away
because
with it, hell.
I mean, look, what I mean by getting away with is with it being what it's been,
Yeah.
as opposed to them taking you out in the backwoods. You know what I mean? When you know,
Well, oh, yes, absolutely. Because I'll tell you, in this town, and I'm going to tell you like it is, people, back the blue till it happens to you. And the thing is, like, you
yes,
don't have to necessarily commit a crime to, you know, and the evidence is
yeah.
out there if you want to look it up.
I
People,
agree. I'm so aware about that, but and at the same time, I also think that it is something that people need to wake up to because sometimes we
absolutely.
we put so much trust, right, into these authorities when they're really only out there to protect private property. That's really all.
And Frank, can I tell you a horrible story that happened here?
Yeah.
And I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
go ahead and tell it like it is. Ironton, Ohio. Look up Sergeant Spoljaric
Okay.
because a lot of attention was brought here about him, and a lot of people weren't believing the stories that were spread about him. He ended up getting charged with a fuckload of crimes involving drugs being stolen
Wow.
from the evidence room, so to speak. And I'm calling you out, Chad Goo. Captain Chad Goo, the one that did the stream about me. Hey, homeboy. The thing is, I was right, correct? And he got arrested at his sergeant's house,
Wow.
Sergeant McKnight, correct? And this is all public record. You can look it up. He had a bunch of kids in that house, and old Spoljaric had fuckloads of meth and everything stored in, right there in his couch. And the reason they got raided, I want to go ahead and tell you guys. The thing is, Sergeant Spoljaric got caught beating his wife right here in the street in Ironton, Ohio. And when they suspended him, he went to live with his boss, Sergeant McKnight. By the way, hi McKnight. I know you know me. So the thing is, the reason is they went and raided McKnight's apartment without a warrant was
Wow.
because Spoljaric refused to turn in his weapon, which was property of the Ironton Police Force. They were able to get in there without a warrant, so they raided it and they found a fuckload of evidence stolen, all kinds of big shit from a drug bust. And old Spoljaric, the wife beater,
Yeah.
you know, he ended up getting charged and taken down. But I'm gonna tell you guys right now, McKnight is still a cop right here on these streets. And
You
tell
know,
me why.
that happens so frequently. Well, they'll
It
be.
does, and that's why I'm mentioning it. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and fuck, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, Frank, I don't give a fuck because they done been by here a couple times. They done tried to intimidate me and shit, broke into my house, but it is what it is, and I don't give a fuck. So
Yeah, but you got to be careful.
I understand because I'm gonna tell you what happened after old
They're, they're,
Spoljaric got out of jail.
they're vindictive. They're
Ended up
vindictive.
killing his wife and
Wow.
kids. So facts is facts. I mean, it is what it is. What
Yeah.
happened in the case? They ended up trying to drop the charges against him as far as the domestic violence goes, right there in the street. But when they ended up letting him out on drug charges, he killed his wife and kids, and that's facts. That happened a couple months ago. So it is
That's
what it
crazy.
is. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad about it because I'm a member of Team DLZ and I'm friends with a particular female that I've been friends with her for years, and she came to us for help because she had a husband that was a police officer that was beating on her and this and that, and she was trying to get away from him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So we helped her out, and when that shit happened, me and her got together, and I said, if they let him out, he's gonna kill her. And unfortunately, he not only killed her, but he killed the kids too. So there you go.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's see, man. But there's so much stuff that can be said about who they hire, how they hide a lot of their records. Like they'll continue
Oh,
hiring these
absolutely
bad
fine.
elements like over and over. Like I've seen so many documentaries. I've seen so many of those videos here on YouTube about shit like that. You
Yeah.
know, that's fucking
But when
crazy.
you live in a small town like I do, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And these things are going
yeah,
on and they get exposed and
yeah.
it's
I mean, you know what? And it's similar like with them small town fucking churches where there's a
good
fucking
old boy system.
when there's a creep in the fucking church. You know what I mean? Like people find that shit out.
Absolutely.
They don't say anything. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's just horrible. And the thing is, like, that Chad Goo, I mean, the thing about him is, like, the only reason he did a live stream about me is because, he got a hold of me prior to that and sent me some of his photos, if you know what I mean. And he
Wow.
had the prettiest
Really?
little wife, a Barbie. She looks like a Barbie, Frank. Beautiful little girl. I mean, not little girl, but you know what I mean, woman. And, you know, it's just, when I put that out, this is my second channel, by the way. You know, that old one. I think we all know what happened to it, but I'm just saying, it's just, I want to say this, Frank. I know you live in El Salvador, but if people don't stand up, and I understand there are consequences to that, believe me, I faced them. Like they're gonna keep on taking our rights. You
Well,
understand
look.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, look, listen. I try to not, you know, but I know exactly what you're saying, and I
You're right,
think
Frank.
yeah,
I'd say how this one too.
but I
Trust me.
think right, but I
My
think that
bad.
no, but I think that people do their part certain ways, right? So I think that one of my ways or one of the things that I try to do is always try to like shoot ideas. You know, it's like I shoot ideas
Yeah,
out there, plan ideas. You know, because you also have to be like I told you, you have to be stealthy. Let's see,
yeah.
Roxanne from down south says, "What a sad tragedy. Rest in peace to your friend Katie." Yeah,
I
yeah.
think there's like situations where like I understand there's only certain people that are willing to stand up and I understand they have more to lose than certain people.
It.
But
I think it's circumstantial because
yeah,
I'll give you an example. That's why I said like you're able
absolutely.
to do it because there
Mhm.
are laws that will continue protecting you. But
I
once
wouldn't say that, Frank.
well, to an
There's
extent, there's
ways around them when it comes to the
yeah,
good old boy system, if
yeah,
you know what I mean.
definitely. You're definitely
It's
right.
unfortunate, and your only avenue is to sue them, and
Yeah,
you know, and there's
that doesn't
Brady
always.
law things you can
But that
do,
doesn't
but
always hold them accountable.
absolutely not. If they're gonna get you, they're gonna get you. I know.
I know, I understand, but and I think you're absolutely right. You know,
Yeah.
and it just goes to show once again where when we talk about accountability, like how long
I,
you're allowed to get away with shit. You know what I mean? Like how long will you be allowed to get away with being a fucking dirtbag, with oppressing people, with fucking scamming people or bullying people into submission to get your way, going after those people that point out all the bullshit that you do. And it's once again it all comes, it's all the same is what we're talking about is
yeah.
going back to this whole fight thing is like, is it
Yeah.
about accountability? Is it
Exactly.
what is it about, right? Is it about just trying to make money? Like at this point, I don't know. But what I do know is that fucking Skittles, all he needs is a little peer pressure. All he needs is a little alcohol, and he'll start disrespecting you. And
Oh,
and, and I
absolutely.
and I think that is the same thing as what you're experiencing, but these people actually have a way of getting close to you as opposed to
Well, I'm
well,
gonna be
what
honest,
what I
Frank.
mean is that it's not behind, it doesn't stay behind the screen is what I'm saying.
Well, what I'm going to tell you, you're absolutely right. It doesn't stay behind the screen. And the thing is,
Hmm.
there was at some point I decided to kind of like back away from it a bit because I'm like, this is getting a bit too crazy here.
Yeah,
Because there comes a point when you have to protect you and your family, and
exactly, exactly.
absolutely, and when it comes down to the law, what are you gonna do? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
No, I mean, but
however,
I get you. Hmm.
however, I'm gonna say this, Frank. There has come times when there's things that have happened since then. I'm like, oh, damn, there's things that need to be pointed out. But I think people need to weigh the
You cut off. I don't know if you cut off or I cut off, but I stopped hearing you. Hey, if you guys can hear me, put a one in the chat because I can't hear Katie, so I don't know if something happened. Yeah, if you can hear me, put a one in the chat, please. Put a one. I only need two of you to put a one in the chat if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, let me know. Okay, because I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me, Katie? I don't know what's happened here. I'm gonna reload it. Let me see if that'll help. Hello, Katie. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay, so you guys can hear me. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Katie. I don't know. Can you guys hear me now? Because I reset everything. Katie, can you hear me? I can't hear you, Katie. I'm gonna remove you. If you can jump back on, jump on. I'm gonna remove. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Well, hey, thank you guys for being here. Still, it's interesting to hear Katie speak, and I think that a lot of people don't realize just how much it takes to go against the powers that be. Sometimes, it does take a lot. We can definitely put a lot on the line, and that's why we have to be very selective of what we do. And by this, I'm not telling anybody not to, but what I'm saying is, be sure that you have everything in order before you take on such a big task. And I salute Katie. I think she's a brave woman. Honestly, I do think that. And shout out to her. Shout out to her. Hugo, hey, what's up, Robinagas? Dropping in to show my support and respect. Hey, nice to see you, man. Hey, Matt, let me see. Let me see. Hey, what's up, Mag? Nice to see you too. I didn't see you in here, but thank you so much. All right, Katie's joined back. I don't know what happened, Katie. I
okay, so,
literally,
yeah, I dropped out for a second. Anyways, the main point I was trying to get through to people is be sure to weigh them consequences
yeah,
before you
exactly.
get involved. Absolutely, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know, but
yeah,
but here's the thing, Katie. I mean, life is a series of calculated risks, right?
absolutely.
We're constantly weighing out what's in favor for us or what's against us, but maybe is in favor of the majority. And like I said on I think it was my last live where I said we don't know if the decision that we're making now is going to impact us positively or negatively, but at this moment we can only choose what we think is right. Nice to see you, Mag.
Yeah, I mean for sure. I've definitely learned that lesson, but that's how I weigh it now. Like if there's certain things that come to play, like I weigh it like that, and I'm like,
Yes,
well,
definitely.
should I get involved or not?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah. I mean,
yeah, I definitely people that want to get involved with their communities, I would certainly tell you to do so. I mean,
yes. No, you know what I have done, Katie, and I do it often is I'll like because I teach English, so I'll have maybe 3 or 4 students that can't pay, but they want to receive classes. Like I'll teach them for free. Like there's stuff that I do on that level only because I also think it's important to equip people, right, with skills and knowledge
Absolutely.
and things like that. That's another way of developing and helping develop our communities because it
Yeah.
also helps them get better paying jobs. You know.
Yeah, I totally like praise you for that, Frank. I think that's great. Like me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know a little bit of Spanish, right? And we all know clearly. You can hear my voice, my accent. I'm from the East Coast, so I was originally born in West Virginia. But I know a little bit of Spanish, but I'm not like we all know, not fluent in it. So I really appreciate you reaching out to people and trying to, spread out and teach them.
Well, I mean, like I said, am always grateful for the opportunities that I've been given. I think that if people had known me back before I went through all of the different things I had to go through in
Yeah,
order to be who I am now, they might not talk to me or they might see me as a threat. Like I understand that.
absolutely.
I mean, even now,
I'm
like
going to be honest with you, Frank. There are many people that still see me as a threat and are very, apprehensive because what I went through in life, I do tend to throw up a lot of boundaries.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I keep my circle very close and tight, and that's a form of self protection.
Oh yeah, most
And things,
definitely. Most
absolutely, and things of that matter. And I don't want anybody to get offended when I say they're acquaintances, but I take the word friend very seriously, and
definitely.
that's just me. But friend, acquaintances. I'm sorry, but you know.
But
You're
I
gonna
think
stay at arm's
we
length.
used they're also called fair weather friends, right? Just the people that you meet.
Absolutely. Johnny
Yeah,
Gill, right?
yeah, people that you just hang around with to have fun, whatever. But when times get tough, you can't count on these people, right?
Absolutely.
Or they don't bring anything to the table but just bullshit sometimes. So I
Well,
trip out. Like I trip out on these boxes thing, like on this boxes thing that they've got going on TikTok. Like all of these people are just fucking like they will be quick to throw anyone under the bus. All of
I
them, like
can't
all
believe
of
you
them.
brought up the boxes with me, Frank, because I have a lot of opinions on the boxes. The
Uh,
thing is,
well, that's why I brought it up. So
God damn it, Frank. I'm gonna be in all kinds of trouble after this. Just like that one time. But speaking of that one time, if we could push the boxes to a side for a minute, I know you go to bed early, but God damn, did you see, like, that shit that went on at Bloody's last night? He got fucking slaughtered for, I mean, I know I pointed it out in the video I posted that the motherfucker is a straight up liar, but
yeah,
the thing is, like last night, some other folks came in and were punching that knife in him and saying, "Shut up, motherfucker! That wasn't 7 years ago. That was 4 years." You know what I'm saying? This and
yeah,
that. And by the way, people, I have all that. If you scroll down my community timeline, there's a picture of Bloody Takado with his old account and his real name. Feel free to scroll down and get that. But the thing is, last night I noticed he was just the laws that were flying out of it. Frank, ask anybody in chat that was there.
well,
I
yeah.
mean,
So I've gotten some. I heard about it. I haven't gotten into it.
by the way, Frank, I wasn't going to bring this up, but I was sent a bunch of Hot Wheelers a while ago. I call them Wheelers because obviously I'm country.
Uh-huh.
but a lot of old videos of him showing his
That's good.
face. Pamela, and by the way, I want to call out you, Miss Nobody. I thought you said that you wanted somebody to come up and prove that he didn't know about Fat and Saucy.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Well, but you know,
sir,
this
my videos,
look,
I'm a
yeah,
fucking
look.
asshole.
See, here's the thing. So I wanted. That's
I have proof,
you
and I'm
just
very
you just
disturbed by it.
touched on something. You just touched on something, Miss Katie, and
Yes, sir.
I want to say this. I want to put this out there because
I do want to bring this matter up in particular
yeah,
because I was
but
called
what?
out in the Discord, as you know, for
Mhm.
apparently going up on Asshole's panel and being apparently a traitor. Apparently, you haven't heard of gay ops. I was
Yeah,
up there for a reason, and if you watched the video I dropped after, you would know exactly what I was doing. So,
yeah, yeah. Well, look,
you know,
look. So that's why. So I think there's two parts of what I want to say. So the first part is when that you already know how I felt about how all that went down. You
I
already
guess,
know, yeah,
but
yeah. But no, but
I at
hold
no
on.
point
No,
indeed
no, no,
wanted to be friends with that fucking piece of shit.
no. But
Can
hold
I
on.
go ahead and cover this? He came in. It's in my video. He came in to
I
beat
know.
Chivo.
But hold on.
I just pulled out. It's in my
This is what I
video.
want to say. So
All
I,
right, I'll let you do it.
yeah, I personally think that all that was wrong was what how it was handled or what was communicated after it
What do
happened.
you mean how it was handled and
Well,
communicated? My
what I mean,
loyalty got questioned and I confronted it.
yeah, but I think it could have
Was
been
it wrong? Did I go too far? Absolutely yes, and I
yeah, okay.
apologize for it
Yeah, so
repeatedly.
I think that that's pretty much it. Like that was what kind of threw everything off. Now
Yeah,
as
but I
far as
don't bloody. I'm
yeah,
just saying. That's what I
now
was
as
telling
far
Doc.
as now as
That's
far as
my opinion.
anything else, I mean, look, you and I are having this conversation right now. So
Yeah, and I'm glad we are doing it publicly. Because apparently, there's no reason it should be buried. I made it clear that, hello, I was there for a reason. If you
yeah,
watched my
I mean,
after video,
yeah. Look, so I mean, here's and here's my part to that. It's
okay, I'm gonna let you
yeah,
have your opinion.
right. So yeah, oh, thank you for letting.
You're welcome, Frank.
Look, what I think is
I'm
this.
sorry.
I just think that sometimes
Yeah,
clashes. I think clashes sometimes are good. Sometimes clashes are good, and let me explain to you why. Okay.
I agree because I think they reveal people's
Right.
true character.
Yes, yes, they reveal what the person is thinking or feeling at that moment in time over something specific. And I think
Yeah,
what
by the
we
way, I did
yeah,
have a psychotic snap off, and
yeah.
that was, that was kind of
I mean,
unusual. But I
you
want to go
know,
ahead and state this, Frank. I want this to be known, and I'm not sorry to her. I'm sorry to the people that heard it. I'm
okay.
not one bit sorry to her
Mhm.
because she don't know me and questioning my loyalty to that after I defended her prior, I have no sorrow. I'm just gonna be real.
I mean, look,
But
at the end of the day, and I think you've already seen some of the conversations that I've had on
yeah,
my lives.
unfortunately,
Yeah. So I'm gonna say the same thing as I've said in every one of those situations is I
yeah,
think everybody is entitled to feeling a certain way, to having a certain opinion. And and here's what I want maybe everybody to kind of understand, right? There is such a thing as the popular opinion, like the popular thought, like what everyone will jump
absolutely,
right, like what everyone is going to jump on to.
yeah, exactly
Sometimes
what I
right,
saw.
yeah, right. So sometimes when that happens, we can, if we're the ones that are proponing or challenging an already existent thought, or we're proposing something new, two things can happen, right? One is that people will see it, accept it, gravitate towards it, or they will gravitate towards this other thing, and we just need to be prepared for that. Now, I think, and whatever what happened was that the once again, my opinion. This is all I'm saying is my opinion. I'm not
Tell it like it
speaking
is,
for
Frank.
yeah,
Don't be
nothing
afraid to hurt
behind.
my feelings.
No,
I'll
I
take
just
it.
yeah, I feel that because you
Tell me
kind of
off if you need to.
no, because you came off the handle the way you did in the comment.
That's right.
Yeah,
My
that's what I think.
loyalty was
Yeah,
questioned
yeah.
after
No,
putting in
what it was
months
is
of
that,
work.
but what it was is this. I'm going to tell you straight up.
Oh, I'll
It
tell you
just,
what it is. That was a noob,
it
like,
just felt,
in my opinion.
it just felt
I
overly
didn't know the lore.
protective, like overly protective. You know what I mean? And
Ah,
that's
you know what? I'll take it. And I've always been the bigger person about this, as we know. Like, I feel bad that I shouldn't have snapped off like that, and I've apologized, and I'll apologize again. I shouldn't have done it. Bottom line, it was too harsh. But am
yeah.
I
I think
sorry,
yeah.
Frank?
No, and you don't have to be. But what I'm saying
No,
is, but
I'm not.
that to me was just what it was. You said
It
what you
hurt
said.
my feelings.
Look,
Excuse me, I have a
I
heart. I
know,
have feelings
I
that
know,
hurt.
I know, I understand. But that's why look, and that's why I'm always a proponent of taking a step back, looking at everything before making that next move. Because sometimes,
Yeah,
but hold
I
on, hold
agree
on.
with.
Yeah,
Oh,
sometimes
I'm
you
bipolar,
react.
so I get it.
I used to be very reactive. Like I was a short tempered motherfucker, and I was
Yeah, that's me.
yeah,
You're right,
the
Frank.
type that would go off the handle real quick. Like if I heard you, like maybe you and I were talking right now, and we just got through. Like, all right, cool, cool. And then when I'm turning around, I hear something like, "Shh, what you say?" Like I'll
That's
be
me,
back.
Frank.
Yeah,
Basically,
exactly.
you just described it. I'm like,
Right.
oh no, you
And
did, motherfucker. So
yeah,
yeah,
but
I
that
realized though that I overreacted, but like
and that
me,
has
I'm the type
gotten
of
me into
person I calm
trouble.
down, like,
Well,
like
you need a
pretty.
little more. You need to calm down a
Yeah,
little more. Is all I'm saying.
absolutely. Like, I'll snap like real quick, but I was born like with a condition that I have impulse control problems, and that's no excuse, so I won't use it. But if you notice, I might snap on something real quick, but if
Yeah.
I'm wrong,
Oh,
I'll
look. Hey,
apologize and take
listen.
accountability. I'll be
Well,
like,
listen,
oh my
listen.
God, I'm sorry. You know,
Your personality is going to be your personality, and I'm not going to question your personality.
it's not a personality, it's quite
Well,
something
it's your characteristics as you.
weird.
It's one of your
I don't know what
characters.
I don't know what to call it, Frank, but it's
Yeah,
fucking weird.
yeah. I mean, but it is something that makes you you. Like to the person outside, when you talk, the way you talk. I mean, that's the image you portray. It's just like me. Like there may be reasons as to why I do things, but all you're seeing is me doing them. You know what I mean? That's how we
Exactly.
are. That's how we are. So it
I
it
know, and
takes
people like us, well, I'm just gonna say like me, like immediately, like I'll react. I'm very reactive because I was born with like
yeah, but you
a
know what?
brain thing, but
Well, here's what I
I
think,
I have
Amy.
poor impulse control. Can I put it
So
that way?
because
But
it's happened
yeah,
to me where people misunderstand
yeah,
actions and they misunderstand me, that I have learned that I need to be the one to explain myself better. Maybe I need to be the one.
exactly, and that's what I tried to do. I mean, but
Katie, you try to do that shit. You know you didn't try to do that shit.
what? What did you just say? Really?
I said, you know, you didn't try to be all. calm. You were trying to be calm.
No, not at first. Absolutely not. I wasn't. But when I apologized, there was a whole novella in there about me apologizing and why. Are you stating that that's not true?
Yeah, but so once again, see, here's the thing.
Okay.
What I
Okay.
the way I see it, and even while it was happening, was like I could see your point of view, and you saw that I was very
Yeah.
specific. Hold on. I was very
I just said
explicit.
yeah. What do
I
you
was
mean,
very
hold
ex-
on?
I was very explicit and specific about my
I
opinion
agree.
about the whole
I
thing.
agree.
Not
I agree.
everyone, not everyone is going to look at it the way I do, right?
But however, I said I was completely wrong, did I not? I said
Yeah,
I overreacted and I was a bastard, correct?
no, I know, but hey, look,
And
maybe
the
we should,
thing is, I
maybe
don't
we should,
think that it
maybe we should do
had
this.
so much to do with her. Shut up. I don't think it had so much to do with her. I think it was more like, sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that, but my bad, Frank. But I don't think it had so much to do with her. I think it was just like, imagine the frustration with dealing with that fuckface on panel, right? And
Yeah.
then all these fuckers was hacking me, and then seeing the Discord that she was questioning my loyalty after all the work I put in. So that's what made me snap off. Correct? So, but anyways, I corrected it and I said, I went overboard and I'm very sorry. Am
That,
I
but
wrong?
no, no, no. But at that point, and I say this all the time, and you can go back into my videos, and you're gonna find that
I probably
what I'm gonna
could.
say what I'm gonna say right now is exactly what I always say, and this is what it is. Okay, this is what it
Yes,
is.
sir.
You can be forgiven, but that does not mean that I want to continue fucking with you. Straight up. So,
Well, I don't
so
really want to be forgiven.
no, no, no,
That
no, no.
wasn't
But
really my
hold on,
point.
time out, Katie. Don't hold on, Katie. Don't twist it.
Sorry,
Let's
God.
let's be real. Let's be real. If I say I'm sorry, is because I truly am sorry. But what you expect from that normally is that
No,
maybe
Frank, I
hold on,
think you're confused. I made it very clear that I wasn't sorry to her.
okay, right, but you apologize.
I had a phone call with Miss Yaya. I made it very clear I'm not sorry to her.
Okay,
And I'm gonna
well,
be very clear with you. I will never be sorry. I was sorry to the people that had to hear me unleash on her like that. Because I don't know that girl, she don't know me, so
yeah,
what
and
the
that's
fuck?
exactly my point. That's exactly because you don't know each other. Having to lead that way
Exactly.
was an issue. So once again,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I
But
mean, it
who
was done
was
is
the
done.
bigger person and stepped in and said, well, granted, I did start it, so never mind. That argument is null and void, but
You know
I
why? You
truly
know
meant
why?
it.
You know
I
why?
truly meant it.
Because
Shut up, Frank. I truly meant
it
it when
was
I said I'm
required.
sorry.
It was
I told Miss
required
Yaya on
that
the
you
phone
apologize. It
that
was
that girl,
required.
she was punched me in the eye. I get it.
She didn't even cuss you out.
Yeah, she stayed calm, didn't she?
I mean, towards the end, maybe not so much, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is
Exactly. I
I, can,
mean,
I saw
here's
it
the
play out.
thing,
I saw it
Frank.
play out.
You
Look,
know
I saw it play out. Let me just tell you, I saw it
what?
play out. To me, it played out. It played out the way I knew
I
it was
was
going to play
hurt,
out.
Frank. Can you understand being that down for
Of course.
movement and having someone like that I don't know question my loyalty? For real.
But it could have
It
been
hurt
handled
me.
different, is what I think. It could have been handled
It
different.
hurt me. I'm
Uh,
sensitive, Frank.
I, I understand your feelings.
There you go. I'm sensitive.
I know. I know.
I
You know what
know.
though,
I kind of laughed
and
at
I'm glad
that.
you said. You know what, and I'm glad you said that. And I'm gonna interrupt you, and I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. I'm glad that you said you're sensitive. You know why? Because a lot of times, because we're sensitive, because we don't like to feel that hurt or that pain of betrayal, however you took it, however you felt it, but you felt it, and you felt it so intensely that you did not think that what you were about to do, what you were about to say, was going to take on the form that it took. But it did, and that's it, and then we're done. And that's why when I look back on all the shit that I've done, where it was just me, just fucking, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna do this, boom, boom, boom. Hey, I accepted the consequences, and I lost people behind a lot of that shit. I've lost family, I've lost friends over the shit that I did way back when. Some of them good riddance, fuck them, but others, it was like, I know deep down inside that it didn't have to be that way, but I made it that way. And because I made it that way, I now have to live. I had to eat I had to eat that situation up, sour, bitter. It still tastes bitter sometimes when I think about it, but I realize, hey, I made it that way, and I have to accept it and move on. Now, like you said, maybe you and I, we don't believe the same, right? And I understand that. But I have a strong faith, you know? She jumped off again. I have a faith that if things are supposed to be reconciled, they will be reconciled. Okay. But if they're not meant to be reconciled, they will not be reconciled. And that's just what it is. Let's see, Roxanne. Hey, Katie. Calmation, more respect, please. Don't say shut up. No, no, that's how she is. That's how she is. I don't take offense to her telling me to shut up, but I'm not going to shut up. I don't take offense to it, because I know that she feels a certain way, and I think we all have the right to feel a certain way, but we also have a responsibility to know that not everybody has to accept when we say that we're sorry, or when we try to be the bigger person. Like, if you are the bigger person, sometimes it requires that you accept that people will just not have any tolerance for you, and I have learned that. I know that not everybody has a tolerance for me, even if I want to make amends, because to some people the extent of hurt, we you could never measure the extent of hurt that you cause people. You can never measure the extent of disrespect that you cause people. Like, we're very good at saying how we feel, like how it made us feel, like what it generated within us, right? But then we have to be able to turn around and say, and I know how it could have affected the other person. It just so happens that the other person, that was their last straw, or they never really had too much tolerance in the first place. And for them, it was easy to say, you know what? Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. I accept your apology, but I can't fuck with you, you know? But I still get along. I respect you all. I mean, I think that, things just happen sometimes. Things happen. Have you ever gotten into it where your friend got into it with another friend and you're just like, fuck, I can't really do shit about it, you know? Because I can see both sides. And me trying to play a side or trying to fix it might just ruin everything. So I'll let it go, I'll let it shit, if it has to heal, if it's gonna be, if it's meant to be reconciled, it will be reconciled. That's what I think. That's what I believe. You can't force things. You can't force them. You can't force anybody to accept your apology, to accept your reasoning, to accept your excuse for doing whatever it is that they felt disrespected by. There's no way for any of us, to tell someone how to feel. Which takes me back to this whole fight. It takes me back to this whole fucking fight with Skittles and Chill. Like, how would you guys feel about being disrespected constantly by Skittles? I would not let that happen. Or like, if you want, you can turn the light on, son. Go ahead and turn it on. Thank you. Love you, son. So people can't tell me that to let off the hook, to let Joker, to let Skittles off the hook. Like, I got a lot of people that come into my comment section, let them be, let them make their money, man. Fuck that. Because to me, the level of disrespect that they dished out has not been accounted for. And I want to see them be held accountable. And this fight was, well, at least for my understanding, was part of that accountability. But I don't see it happening. I don't see this fight happening. Let's see. I like Katie. Just didn't like hearing to tell you to shut up many times during the live. But if it's okay with you, yeah, no, it's not so much that it's okay. It's just that I know that that's how she is. That's how she is. But I'm not gonna. If I feel I need to say something, I'm just gonna say it. Fuck it. That's how I am. I'm. See, people still don't realize that I am who I am. I'm always gonna be myself. Hey, I love Katie. I love Katie as well too. Hey, what's up, Katie? By the way, I give restream all thumbs up. Yeah, it's nice. Huh? Isn't it nice? It's a nice little feature. So there we got Katie Frizzle. Katie, I love you, but I gotta speak my mind. You know how we are. You're the same way. So much respect to you. But once again, my only thing is that we can't force anybody to feel a certain way. Like I always say, you know, when I hear Johnny Ratas and Skittles cry about the way we get at them by people talking about them, it's like, bitch, you came out here and disrespect everybody. Like, shh, vaya, vaya, debe estar ladrando usted. My dog, she's barking over here. Oh, qué bonita eres tú. Yeah, like fuck all that. Like, and that's when once again I wish I could be chill and take that fight. Shit, I want to be able to jump in the ring with any of them fools. Straight up. Like, I have no fear about that. I have no fear. And I got my kids and they're listening. They know what's up. Like, and it has nothing to do with being a badass. It just has to do with how much disrespect are we going to tolerate from these fools. Like, look, I've only put out a video and a short from all of the bullshit that they were talking on last night on them TikTok boxes. But they were being straight up fucking weirdos, talking about titties, talking about all kinds of shit, like disrespecting the women on their panel. You know? And I don't understand how we let or they let them get away with it. And I don't understand why people keep donating to these motherfuckers. I don't. Let's see. I cut off my family because of how they spoke to me. Yeah, well, I'm just I just understand where it comes from. But I also, I also have a limit. It's just that doesn't really give him. By the way, Frank booted in the wrist 5 times in the. Okay, yeah. So, anyways, I don't think the fight's gonna happen, and I think that what Skittles did last night by disrespecting Chill is just another reason why I can't take him seriously. Like, he always contradicts himself. He always acts like a bitch. Straight up. Skittles, you're a bitch. Johnny, you're a bitch. Both of you guys are bitches. Straight up. You guys are bitches. Like, all you can do is come on, get on a live, get drunk on a live, and that's when you talk shit. You needed that liquid courage, fucking Skittles, to once again speak on chill, to bring up the CMC shit, to bring up all of that shit, to say that you're not going to train after having said that. Oh yeah, well, all black people are born with six packs. Now you're saying all of this shit, man. Fuck you, Skittles. You're a racist piece of shit, and you're a bitch. Straight up, you're a bitch. Now, I'm still believing that Chill called you out, and that Chill is willing to hold his part of the bargain of getting down with you. I know that Katie has her conspiracy theory on that, which I can see how it can go down that way too. But I expect that call out be a true call out, you know. But once again, I know Skittles is not going to jump in the ring. Darksan and Joyby, yeah, she's not submissive. She's just, certain people have different ways of seeing respect. I can respect it. But yeah, so that's what this is all about. And once again, we can see how disrespect can truly affect people, it can truly damage relationships, right? Disrespect is damaging. And that's why we have to be very careful, like what we do on these, online and in front of a camera. I know I've been disrespectful to certain people, but it's to certain people that I know deserve to be disrespected because they treat others like shit. They scam people, they lie, they do all of the shit that they do. Fuck them and their platforms. Straight up. And I have no problems in saying that about certain people. But then there's going to be other people that I'm going to be a little more like, thoughtful of. Maybe because I understand a little bit the backstory, which is what I tried to do with fucking Shades 2. And you guys already know how that went down, you know? And then there's other guys, like other people that want to infiltrate the chat, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like there are people that deserve to get socked up, straight up, like pop pop, let's get down. Like and if you got the balls to get down, well then we're gonna get down. But there are some people that deserve to be hit a couple of times in the mouth. No, you don't just run off the mouth just because you feel a certain way. And that's why, once again, like I told you, Katie, that's why I'm very careful with not being so short tempered or having such a short trigger, because sometimes we get offensive and then we realize that, man, why did we maybe we fucked up. We shouldn't have been so offensive. You know? Like this whole thing with Chill started because a fucking troll told fucking Ratas that Chill had dropped the video on them. And without doing any background checks, without checking the video, without doing none of that, them fools jumped the gun because they're always in their feelings. See, that's why I'm not in my feelings. They were in their feelings. They didn't even consult. They didn't even say shit. And then they just started talking shit on a live. Fucking being insulting. Now if that would have been me, if I was Chill, and I knew that I lived close enough to where we can go have that one-on-one, it's been too long. He's waited too long. Honestly. Like, I would have tried to make it happen a long ass time ago. Fuck all that. Like, you're not going to disrespect me and talk all that shit, and if you're not down to have that conversation with me, then fuck it, let's get down. That's why, I put out the video about taking fades, man. Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes you got to take a fade. Just handle that shit, you know? Now, once again, you can have a fight, you can have the one-on-one, you can shake hands afterwards. But after the fight, that does not necessarily mean that I'm automatically going to start fucking with you. No, you are still. I'm going to still see you as separate if that's how I feel about you. I'm going to still see you as someone that I don't want to fuck with, and we all just need to recognize that shit. You know, there are relationships that there's no coming back from, right? And sometimes it wasn't even such a big deal. But the person, well, maybe to us it wasn't such a big deal. But to the other person, maybe to them, that was a breaking point in everything. And they decided from that point on not to even consider you as someone they want to fuck with. And we just have to learn to deal with that. Straight up. You know? Hey, what's up, Barry? What's up, the very world? Nice to see you. Salute to you too. No, we cannot obligate people to fuck with us, to rock with us. We can't force anybody to do none of that, right? And if you are called out, and if you were so good about talking all that shit, all that fucking papas, you were good at talking papas, right? But then you get called out and then you want to make up all kinds of excuses to not face that fight, then you're a bitch. Straight up. Straight up, you're a bitch. All that, no, the feds are gonna show up. Man, the feds aren't gonna show up to a one-on-one. What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking Joker. Ratas is a straight bitch. Like all that, I was over there, I did all of this. I mean, nobody gives a fuck what you did. You're scared to fucking get down one-on-one. Straight up. ET has called your ass out and you decided to fucking roll it up in your own house. You fucking rolled it up. You PC'd up in your apartment, bitch. That's where you're at. And fucking Skittles is a bitch too. I know you're not gonna jump in the ring. You know? Straight up. And if it happens, surprise me, motherfucker. Make it happen, then. Make it happen. Shut me up. You want to shut me up? Jump in the ring, Skittles. Jump in the ring. Put on them gloves. Go 3 rounds. I want to see 3 good rounds out of you. But I already heard you. That's why I put that video there. So people can see that you don't care. You don't give a fuck about that fight. That's why you're drinking. That's why you're staying up late. You don't care about anything. You didn't even know it was Memorial Day. Why? Because you don't have a job, fucker. Because if you had a job, you would know exactly what holiday it was. So all that talk about they're trying to take my job away from me, bitch. You don't have a fucking job. Quit lying, fucking Skittles. See, that's why you need to get in the ring, man, because you talk so much shit, but you won't back it up. Neither one of both of you bitches, you won't back up your shit. Neither Joker nor Skittles, you motherfuckers won't back your shit up straight up. But you sure like to talk a lot of shit. Right? You, Skittles, had said that you would not disrespect Chill last night. First fucking person that challenged you because you're drinking and you're out of shape. You needed to fucking talk about talk about Chill, talk about CMC, and just be plain out disrespectful, like a straight up bitch. Oh, but you're really hard with them girls like Moni, right? You're hardcore with them. Talking about bitch, make it motherfucker, let it be known. Like what? See, you're very high powered when it comes to women, but when it comes to men, you like to just run off the mouth like sideways, like out the side of the neck. You're a bitch, fucking Skittles. Straight up. So I don't see the fight happening, you know, unless we get a date. So we don't have a date for that fight. We don't have a date. Not at all. And we have no guarantee that either man will show up. But like once again, I trust that Chill's challenge was a real challenge, that he's truly challenging, and that he truly wants to get into the ring with Skittles. I trust that. I'm giving Chill the benefit, as opposed to Katie's idea that they might be in on it and they're really in it for business purposes. That could be a possibility, but I still believe that Chill wants to get into the fight and into the ring with Skittles. I'm going to believe it until I see different, until I hear different. I'm going to believe that for the time being. But once again, I believe that if the fight does not go through, it's because of Skittles and some bullshit that he makes up. That's what I think. The chances the fight happens is the same as Joker stepping outside the house. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. But you know what pisses me off is that fucking Skittles keeps disrespecting, bro. Like, man, that shit pisses me off. I know he's not disrespecting me, but just the fact that he feels that he can continue getting away with that shit is what fucking pisses me off, bro. Straight up. Straight up. That pisses me off. Because he shouldn't be allowed to get away with all the shit that he gets away from. Like he's running scared, like he's hiding in those boxes. And he had to get drunk last night to let off the chest the way he did, man. But once again, that's just my opinion, right? That's what I think, you know? And I think that Once again, just to tie it all up, okay, everything that was been talked about today, even with Katie, shout out to Katie Frizzle for jumping on. Even what Katie Frizzle was talking about, and even the conclusion to that conversation is related to what I'm about to say. Okay. You cannot expect others to take your words and your disrespect a certain way. We cannot ever know how someone else is going to take our words and our disrespect. We don't know. Some people may let it just, bounce off or slide down, however you want to see it. Slide off their back or dust it off. They don't take offense to it. They're like, whatever. I don't even give a fuck about you. Or they might truly take offense and might want to attack you because of it. Or they take offense to it and they just don't want to fuck with you ever again. We cannot dictate how the other person is going to take our disrespect. Plain and simple, right? And it's obvious that we can't dictate who people are going to support in a situation such as this because we continue to see Skittles and fucking Ratas getting support from other people, getting money, getting all of that. So, people continue to watch them, people continue to support them. All we can continue to do is put the reality out there. Is to put the reality out there. That's all we can continue to do is to keep stepping on these fools' necks. That's all we can do. That's it. Now, are there going to be disagreements? Are there going to be different ways of going about it? Obviously, yes. But I think that we have to be fucking. How can I say this? We have to be resilient enough to know that we can still get along with people that we might not agree on shit about. That's how I see it. Let's see, that fight has as much chance of happening as I do climbing Mount Everest. Hey, bro, let's go climb Mount Everest. Yeah, I feel the same way, bro. I feel the same way. Yeah, I feel the same way. But anyways, I'm going to jump off, guys. Thank you so much for all of you that have continued to be with me on this live. I know we kind of got off the rails a little bit, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to this. If you don't want to be disrespected, don't disrespect, right? If you don't want to be called out, don't do shit that people will call out, regardless of what side of the fence you're on. I know that I'm getting called out by people I don't even give a fuck about. So because I don't give a fuck about them, I don't care if they call me out. But if I get called out by someone or by people that I do care about, I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen and I'm going to take what you say into consideration. I will. Trust me, I will. But I'm going to do things that you might not always like. But you just have to know that I'm always going to be down for what I'm down for. And as you guys already know, and I'm going to say it again, I'm down for ET and the Exposed Tube Revolution. I'm down for Ladies of Exposed Tube in all of its shapes and forms. I'm down for the cause. I'm down for everybody that associates with the movement. Straight up. Straight up. Are there going to be differences of opinion? Of course. We're all passionate about things that we think of or things that we're passionate about. But what should reign supreme is respect. And what should reign supreme is self control. You got to have some self control. Really, we do. We have to be able. Now, if you're going to call somebody out, call them out. Fuck it. But be prepared to have an honest conversation. Don't just attack and expect people not to react. No, let's have the conversations that need to be had. Let's build the relationships that need to be built. Let's make amends with the people we need to make amends with. But if there needs to be a separation, let that separation be respectful, amicable. But if we're still down for what we're doing, we can continue to respect each other, work together, work side by side. And that does not necessarily mean that we're going to be best of friends. Well, you bought a cologne? Yeah, that's right, Facto. That's right, Facto. Nice to see you, man. So, having said that, I hope everybody has an excellent rest of the weekend. Catch you guys on the lives later on. And until